another match point.
Incredible third set here.
They changed their strategy a little bit and they fought their way back in.
There it is, game, set, and match. Good evening and welcome back to Fairmount Country Club. We are here live in Chatham, New Jersey, bringing you the finals of the New Jersey Men's Platform Tennis Association League Classic Final. We will be showing you Russell Benkeim and Zach Rosenau taking on Alvi Regalado and his partner Matt Waldman. We started out with 160 teams, and we're down to the final two. This will be the best 2 out of 3 set matches. Sets for the match. We have Johan Carlson in the chair, and I'm David Broderick along with Blake Anderson. We'll be bringing you the live action for the rest of the evening. Again, we have Johan Carlson in the chair, and the players are about to start. Blake, what do you think here?
2 things. 1, I'm glad I'm not out there because it's a little wet. And 2, this has potential to be one of the most entertaining matches in League Classic history. I know for those viewers who were with us in the semifinals saw Benkeim Rosenau battle it out with Erdoya and Zimmer, but I'll tell you what, this Regalado Waldman team, Alvi Regalado is no joke.
He is one half of the #1 team in the country.
And not only the #1 team in the country, but I believe the #1 team in the country only has how many losses this year?
1.
1. And that's pretty impressive.
It's very impressive.
And do you know how long he's been playing paddle for?
3 years?
No.
2?
2 or less. So that says a lot about his game. And his partner, Matt Waldman, fantastic club player, better person, better partner, somebody he feeds off of. I think, you know what I think this a big factor in this match is, Dave? I think a huge factor in this is going to be the hometown club's fan base. The Orange Lawn fellas are bumping Fairmount Country Club up, and the Short Hills crowd has been a little quiet tonight, and I want to hear a little more noise out of these guys.
No, Blake, I couldn't agree with you more. One of the big things that I'm going to be interested in seeing is how is Matt Waldman going to handle the crowd? Is he used to playing in front of the big crowd?
If a big crowd, you mean 10 or less people, yes. If you mean 150 or 200, I would say no. The good news is his partner is used to playing in big crowds, so we shall see. But
do you have an event token?
We may get this started soonish. We're going to go check on a couple things real quick.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
All right, here we go.
All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 New Jersey Men's Platform Tennis League Classic Finals. This final matchup is a best of 3 sets, standard scoring with 7-point tie breaks. Introducing our competitors, to my right, representing Orange Lawn, Alvi Regalado and his playing partner, Matthew Waldman. Their opponents on my left, representing Short Hills Club, Zach Rosenau and his playing partner, Russell Benkeim. Short Hills has won the coin toss and have elected to receive. Orange Lawn to serve when ready. Players, good luck and have fun. Love 15.
All right, so we're underway here live.
15 all.
The start of the finals of the Men's New Jersey Men's Platform Tennis Association League Classic. Ooh. Zach Rosenau with a
30-15.
knockdown. Judges are gonna
TKO?
judges are going to look upon that favorably in the end.
So, Dave, as we, kind of start this match out, what are you looking for in a match
40-15.
like this?
You know, this is going to be a really fun match to watch. Bentheim and Regalado can both take over matches if need be. That was mildly interesting.
Game.
Of what happened.
Orange Lawn.
Um,
Orange Lawn leads 1-0.
Orange Lawn leads.
These boys from Orange Lawn.
Good. Thanks, buddy.
But I think it's going to be a fun match. You know, I think Bentheim and Regalado have the ability to take over a match. And, you know, at the end of the day, as much as everybody talks about, you know, how well is Rosenau and Waldman going to play, you know, Alvey and Russell can't give away free points. You know, they can't make it easy. They've got to be the consistent one when it comes down to it.
I think that's going to be the biggest difference here too. Is Alvey Regalado does not give away anything. He barely misses. He is rarely hitting the wrong
15
shot,
love.
and he's a risk taker a little bit, but not in the same sense as a Russell Bentheim. So I do think that's going to be one thing to look at here. Is Russell has the flash. Russell's, you know, got every shot possible, but can he keep it at a consistent level? You know, I watched a little bit of the other
30
semifinal
love.
earlier, and I think Matt Waldman, with all due respect to him, I think he maybe played 0.5% of the court. So it was impressive to say the least. But again, I'm looking forward to this. I think there's two keys here. I think for Rosenau Bentheim is they need to mimic what they did in the semifinals. They need to keep it consistent, but they need to really look for their offensive chances and you know, control those when they get them.
I also think they have to cut down a little bit themselves on the unforced errors, because I don't think they're going to get as many free points from Waldman and Regalado as they did in the previous match. I thought in the semifinals, Zimmer and Adoya.
40 love.
I thought Zimmer and Adoya missed a couple shots that they don't normally miss. And, you know, when the match is as tight as it was, it's only a matter of 4 to 5 points that make a difference.
40-15.
Russell going for the half-a-point serve there underneath.
Under the net. Under the net, you get half a point.
40-30.
Dave, I've been here before.
You can't give away points. I have a funny feeling Alvey Regalado is going to rip this forehand.
3 faults in a row. And again, we're going a little quick. But I think again, both teams need to get into these points, slow the game down a touch, and counter. I think that's the bottom line right there. Matt Waldman's going to do a fantastic job doing his role. Zach's going to do a great job. But can we throw in a couple offensive balls so that we're not getting attacked? Can Russell keep more balls in play? Right? Can Alvey use his athleticism? So a lot of factors in this match here. Again, I had the absolute pleasure for the first time playing Alvey, and you know, I know what kind of player he is, and he certainly backed that up when we played on Saturday. He was, you know, all over the court, one of the fastest players I think I've ever played paddle with, if not the fastest. And you know, Russell's a guy that could easily be one of the most talented players on a paddle court, and we're gonna find out tonight.
The New Jersey Men's League. It's where boys become men.
That's right.
The League Classic Finals. Because at some point, you're going to get heckled.
Do you know what the best part about this League Classic final is? Somebody's winning their first one. None of the 4 players have ever been in a League Classic final before.
Game.
Which is
Short
exciting,
Hills.
David.
You always
First
like
set
to see,
tied, one
you always
game
like to see a
apiece.
new team win.
Listen, I would have loved to see Mick and Evan Zimmer go 3 times in a row, put their name on that trophy.
Up there with
quarter
the,
of the time
up there
is
with the
Casamano.
Casamano and
Oh.
Howard.
That's right.
15
But
love.
It's fun to get a new team out here. It's fun to get an exciting battle here at Fairmont in Chatham, New Jersey, and you know, the crowd has been eagerly waiting for this one. The bourbon's being passed, the cigars are lit, the rain's coming, that's for sure.
30 love.
But let's see if the players can adjust. This isn't easy.
Also get your name on that trophy quite a bit. You can't forget the Kleinert brothers. They have their name on that trophy a couple
30,
times.
15.
And one team is also going to have as many finals as you and I have.
This is true. I mean, that's
So-
a great honor all in itself.
Talk about having winners.
30 all.
I hope that's one of the things they all point out to their friends. They've matched us.
All right, I have one more question before we really dig into you know, each game and point here. Is if you could pick a shot in here as an X factor, what shot are you picking? I have mine in mind.
Well, I think just like the last match, I think Benkeim's overhead's gonna. That's a match maker.
Ready for mine?
40,
Shock the world
30.
here. The Rose now volley.
He volleyed well.
So we're gonna go right off of the Benkeim overhead. If he can't hit those balls that aren't attacked, and Zach can't volley, this might be a little quicker than we think. So I'm looking to see you know, to see these guys close, to see these guys, you know, do their job, keep the ball in play, and you know, hopefully we're in a battle here.
Game. Orange Lawn. Orange Lawn leads 2 games to 1.
I'll give you another interesting fact about this year's League Classic. You ready for this? What one common factor or trait did all 4 semifinal teams have?
All lefty-righty.
All lefty-righty.
Lefty-righty.
Now, both of the superior lefties lost their semifinal match. Both the superior righties won their semifinal match. Does that finally assert dominance, righties over lefties?
Maybe
At Drew Broderick? Maybe the most dominant lefty wasn't on the court for this one.
maybe Rosenau Waldman are the dominant lefties.
Move aside, Drew Broderick. Zach Rosenau's in town.
Love.
Biggie knows.
30
Biggie
love.
knows. Right, Biggie? Our producer in the house?
All right, we're going to welcome our first guest of the finals tonight. A 3 or 4-time winner of the League Classic.
Game. Short Hills.
A 3 or 4-time winner
First
of
set
the
tied, one game
National
apiece. Guys, you
Championship.
want a new ball?
Is maybe one
You're
or
fine,
maybe
you want a new ball?
0-time winner of the Last Chance Invitational.
Plus warm-ups. It's before and
Drew
warm-ups,
Broderick,
right?
welcome to the show.
What's going on, guys? Happy to be here. Greatest night of paddle. League Classic, semifinal and final.
So how do you feel as a fellow lefty to see 4 other lefties in the semifinals here?
It's funny that you guys finally brought that up, because as soon as I got here and I'm watching the 2 matches, I said, holy shit, I think this is the first time it's all 4 lefty-righty teams. So that's pretty cool.
15 love.
I think it's great.
We have another fun fact out there by Spider Rosenbaum on the semifinals.
I think what I need to do next year, and Mike Sullivan, if you are listening to this stream, this is at you right now, I think I need to find a lefty partner.
But what's interesting about
Statistics
the
would show.
what's
15
interesting
all.
about the lefty-righty partnerships, if you notice, they were all switching out and playing the sides that they normally don't play. So all 4 players were playing out of position for these matches.
Yep.
30-15.
I think that
Just a
also,
fun fact, you know?
that's also a fun, observation in matches like these, to see this level of player play their non-dominant side too. Oh, that is good.
Yeah, you can see with the rain coming now, points are going to get a lot faster. I think it's going to, make for some more shot making. You see players sliding to the ball
30 all.
as if they're playing on clay. It's going to be tough because of the lefty-righty combinations too, and the balls spinning and hydroplaning in different directions. For the guys out there that aren't playing as many tournaments, or it's going to be tricky to get some of these balls back.
Yeah, and I think I'm curious to see if these guys, I know Bankheim has that type of overhead, but I'm curious to see if they can let the ball drop a little lower and start slapping a couple of these, getting that ball skipping a little bit. Seems like they're having no issue moving around. We've only had 1 somersault today, too. One thing I love, too, and I'll point out for those watching, is when Matt Waldman's at net, he does such a great job of presenting his backhand volley, even as a lefty.
40-30.
Right, presenting his backhand volley, prepared to hit, to cover that drive. And I think, as much court as Alvey can cover, Matt always has to be ready to, to help his partner out. And that, again, you can see right there, he's always prepared, ready to hit that ball.
Game.
That's what a good
Orange
partnership's going to
Lawn.
look for.
Yeah,
Orange
and
Lawn leads the first set, 3 games to 2.
I think for Matt, the easy part is he knows that Alvey has great hands, great forehand volleys, so he never has to get caught flipping because he knows Alvey's going to be able to handle that. So he's just holding his ground. Alvey knows that he's never going to get in his way either. So, by the way, I know you're watching, so that was a shout out to you, Jose. I feel like I see you every week now.
Let's give a quick shout out to PPAC Private, John Babcock and company. Amazing things you do for this league. We wouldn't be able to run without you guys. Center Court Padel, one of our sponsors. If you have not tried Center Court Padel, you need to get over there right now. Drop what you're doing. And the Elm Street Group, Mike Elms and company, the Murray Group, and Xenon Paddle. How many guys we got using Xenon tonight here?
In the commentary booth or on the court?
Both.
Oh,
15
Let's start with the
love.
commentary booth.
a lot.
I'd say Big Ev used Xenon 3 out of 4 in the commentary booth. How many on the court?
No, Big E uses ProFlight.
Sounds like we have some interesting music going on outside.
I will say though, Blake,
15 all.
my new Xenon sneakers,
Don't even get me started with the sneakers.
I might have played in like, I don't know, 10 matches already, and they look like they're fresh out of the box.
15-30.
I've been sleeping in my Xenon sneakers for about a week and a half. The most comfortable shoes I've put on a paddle court.
Are they the most comfortable shoes you ever slept in?
Ever. I've slept in a lot of shoes before. Easily the most comfortable ones.
Do they keep your feet warm at night?
Super comfortable.
Oh, got
A little
tweener
tweener.
right there.
The insole
We wanna see
support.
that one again.
Tweener. Can we get a replay on that?
Big shout out Rob Scanoni coming in here complaining again.
Listen, the guy puts on a great event. He knows what he wants, and he knows when he wants it.
I already gave him a good shout out before. It's okay to give some slack.
30-40.
Robbie, you want to jump on? Come on, say a couple words. The people want to hear you.
Nice volleys from Zach right there.
Yeah.
Good get.
Just to kind of stay alive in the point.
I think a big factor here is Zach's defense is really good. You know, whether it's at the net or at the baseline, digs balls out.
Came up with a big backhand there.
Yeah. Yep, you can see the ball starting to dance a little bit now.
And I think that's going to be a
Advantage,
problem
Short Hills.
when Bentheim's hitting overheads, because on a dry court he can make the ball dance. So this could just get a little silly all around. But again, there we saw great serve there,
Game, Short Hills.
Bentheim.
First set tied, 3 games apiece.
We want to welcome League President Rob Scanone to the booth. As Blake mentioned, Rob, welcome. Another year, another great performance, another greatest show on earth.
It is a great weekend. It's a lot of great work by the whole board. The support of Short Hills Club was outstanding this year. Of course, Fairmont tonight has just been fantastic. We need some more drones over New Jersey though to stop this rain, but I still think we're seeing some great paddle out here.
No, it's a great night.
15 love.
Zach Rosenau getting in the way of one. I said tonight, this whole weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday night, we should just put on a loop. It's a wonderful time of the year, right? The great Christmas song, but it really represents the New Jersey Men's League Classic, you know, at this time of the year.
One of our players told me it's like the Super Bowl and Christmas all in one
30
weekend.
love.
We'll have nationals here next year, the 26th, that is. Hopefully it'll just be a big league classic weekend.
It's going to be exciting.
40 love.
Drew, Dave, what do you guys do different when it's raining like this, when you're playing matches?
It's extremely important to get your lobs up high and as close to the service line as possible, because as you see, when people are stepping in, hitting overheads, the ball just hydroplanes. You get them hitting back from the service line. See, that's a great play right there.
Wow.
Great play
40,
from Zach,
15.
because you can't pass up on many drive opportunities in this weather either, because again, you never know when that ball is going to just skid out after an overhead. So at least if you make people volley,
Game, Orange Lawn.
they can't get the ball to the
Orange Lawn
screens.
leads the first set, 4 games to 3.
And I think you want to try to take the ball out of the air as much as you can, so you're not letting it hit the deck. So that was another really good opportunity to sort of drive and blitz on his own ball, taking the next shot out of the air. Because again, you know, you want to let balls go to the screen, but they're getting so low and the ball has so much funky spin coming off the wet court that it's hard.
Yeah, so it's important to see now, you know, 4-3, tight set, getting towards the end of the set. The factor right now that I'd like to pay attention to is who misses more overheads, because the rain also brings on a tendency to overhit your overheads, feeling like you can hit winners. And again, when all 4 players can play defense like this, it could draw some errors on the overhead.
15.
So I'm curious to see that. And then the serve, as we just saw, fault right there. All you got to do is get your ball in the box when it's raining like that right now.
Love 30.
And sometimes
But over the net first, right?
Yeah.
over the net. Actually, yes, in the other box.
And quite honestly, if you just go to a simple flat,
Love
if you just
40.
go to kind of a flat serve, the ball will hydroplane. The court will do the work for you.
Do you have to serve differently when it's raining like this?
You probably want to look to hit a probably more flat of a
15,
ball.
40.
You know, you hit more of a spin ball, it might not stick to the paddle. It might slide off the paddle. If you hit more of a flat ball and just hit it solid, the wet court's going to kind of help you and let the ball
30,
hydroplane
40.
on its own. But I mean, you see the difference. The first 3 serves Zach misses. He has no chance of winning the point. He gets the next 2 in, and look at this. They're in the game.
Yeah, someone once told me if you miss your first serve, you have a 99% chance of losing the point.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Deuce.
Yeah, the court looks a little slick right now as Alvy's sliding over left and right.
But the crowd's still out there.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
Yeah, I was just out there. Besides Blake's music, it was a really good night out there. It's not raining too
Advantage,
badly out
Short
there. It's just a
Hills.
light drizzle.
But as everyone out there knows, it is a foul weather game.
Well, we had a fantastic day on Saturday.
Game.
A little cold, but
Short Hills.
So you don't see
clear.
that much,
First set
3
tied, 4 games
faults in a
apiece.
row and then a hold. But in
Hey.
the rain, it is a huge advantage to be the serving team.
I want to give
Despite faults.
I want to give a shout out to Ned Benedict, former Short Hills Club president, longtime APTA tournament standout. Faulted 14 times once in a game and still won the game.
it's a good partner.
That's a lot of faults in one game, actually. I was just thinking about it.
It's more than in a season. Also, we heard maybe Kevin Johnson, KJ from Essex Fells May had 15.
Right, but he lost that game.
He did.
15 love.
I think KJ that match he was playing with Tony Brown.
So Rob,
He was just trying to end it early away from Tony.
total number of players this year?
So we had a great turnout. We crashed the APTA system again on the day of registration. We had 176 players sign up. We have a 160 team draw. So unfortunately we had ended up with a couple of withdrawals. We had 6 teams that did not make it in. But an amazing tournament. We do a play-in on 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. People are guaranteed if you do a play-in, you get 4 matches on Saturday. Not in the play-in, you get 3 matches. And we decided last year to change the format where all the backdraw matches play on Sunday. The backdraw matches in the afternoon. So we tried to create a great party at Short Hills, which we did. All the players stay around after lunch. We probably had about 300-400 people there. And then we have a nice little party yesterday where we had all the backdraws and the play-in, the people that lost the first round of play-in. We had a
40
separate
love.
tournament for them. So we had about 12 matches yesterday at Short Hills. You know, we had another bottle of Woodford being drunk yesterday. We had 12 bottles of Woodford for the entire weekend. And actually, we got another 2 going tonight. But it's a great turnout. Everyone is really excited to play in the tournament. It is the best weekend of the year of paddle.
That's awesome.
And you can see the turnout tonight.
Game. Orange Lawn.
Great
Orange
turnout
Lawn
tonight.
leads
Probably
the first set, 5 games to 4.
hard to estimate the number of people, but probably 200,
Guys, new
250
ball?
people here tonight.
Is that good?
Just wanted to thank Johan Carlson for being up there in the chair. Kind of a cold, not too bad, but a little rainy day up there, but he's loving it up there. He's doing a great job. And the live scoring is a great thing where everyone's looking on their phones, keeping track of their scores. It's a great feature that's offered by the APTA.
So let's see if the serving team can hold again. Again, with any sort of participation.
Oh,
So there's a missed overhead,
Oh,
and that's what
five.
I'm talking about right there.
exactly.
Russell does not need to give
Right,
as much
you don't have to
action
do that much.
as he normally puts
Right.
on it because the court's going to take care of that. As you see right there,
15 all.
you know, he hits a serve that's normally a good serve. When it's nice out, it becomes a great serve in this weather. There you
30,
go.
15.
Waldman takes one in the chest off the deck. This is going to be trouble.
Forty, 15. Game. Short Hills. First set tied, 5 games apiece. New ball.
So it looks like they're switching balls every 5 games just because with the weather, sometimes the flocking wears down a little bit more.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, what the players wanted to do. Blake was suggesting the 5 games, and all the players agreed to do that. Our sponsor, Xenon, is supplying these great balls, so we're happy to give the players
15
whatever they
love.
want.
And actually, the Xenon ball really doesn't lose its flocking either in,
Yeah.
in the rain. I think they go after every 5 games just even to just get a dry ball. The ball just becomes saturated.
30 love.
It just becomes so much heavier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love.
It's interesting too because these points are flying by. With the weather, you know, we're definitely not seeing longer
40, 15.
normal points. We're seeing a lot of fast points. And the court, if you're watching it on TV, you can see the court is relatively dry too.
It is pretty dry out there. It's not really raining out now, so and the heater's been on for quite
Game.
some time.
Orange Lawn.
I was saying
Orange
before
Lawn
when
leads the first set, 6 games to 5.
when we had the semifinals and they were coming down to the end, that could have been the best half hour of paddle ever in New Jersey. It was an amazing points on both semifinal courts. The enthusiasm was crazy. Orange Lawn fans were going nuts. I think that really got Alvey going. I think that made a big difference, the Orange Lawn fans.
Well, I'll tell you what, Short Hills Club, they were 1 game away from an all Short Hills Club final.
Yeah.
And Alvey and Matt, Orange Lawn, they dug deep, and here we
5-2.
are,
Yeah.
down 5-2. If you're ever down 5-2, don't give up. Keep playing it out. Rob, I'm not suggesting you should go down 5-2. I'm just saying if you're down 5-2.
I have the skill to get down 5-2 very quickly. I don't have the skill to come back, though.
And I'll tell you, even the other
15
semifinal
love.
with Adoya, Zimmer, and Ben Kahn and Rosenau, if that would have went to 3 sets, we'd have been here for a long night.
15 all.
It's a good poach there, though, by Russell. I mean, you want to try to cut that ball off before it gets down to your partner's feet.
30, 15.
Just want to shout out to Matt Waldman. It's a tough role he has right now. I mean, I play with
40,
Alvey is a
15.
nice thing, but it's a tough role. He's a regular Saturday player, very good player. Not to minimize his talents at all, but he's playing against some really top people, and he's really held his own. He's done a great job.
Oh, boy.
Except getting hit
Game.
like that.
Short Hills.
Well, it is interesting because you look at the team of Regalado
Tie
and,
break.
you know, his success on the APTA tour, and he's playing with Matt Waldman. And it's interesting how, you know, you look at a lot of people who say, well, it's Matt Waldman's fault when they lose, but it's Alvey's fault when they win. But meanwhile, Waldman hits the same number of balls whether they win or they lose. So it's definitely a tough role to play, and credit to him for doing a great job to get this far.
He's doing a great job.
To do a really good job with it, yeah.
Good play right there, and it's a good sign when you see
0,
him
serving
sliding
1.
over, looking for the forehand, attacking it. And
He's got a really nice forehand. It's good he swung at that one. But it's tough, as you know. Well, you guys don't know, but as I know, when you got to be in that forehand role, and you got that dominant player on the left, you know, you're not hitting many balls, and when you have to go swing at one, it's been a while. It's tough to get
0-2.
going. So that was a good swing there by Matt.
yeah, and it's important for people watching, right? The club players who aren't the pros and not playing in, you know, pro events around the country and stuff like that, there's that feeling of not wanting to make mistakes.
Yeah.
But I could speak from the pro side of it, when we see our partners take a big cut and look confident, it takes actually more pressure off of us, because we know that they'll make the other team pay by hitting the wrong shot as well,
2,
not let
serving
them off the
1.
hook. And I think it's just that fine balance of the pros giving their partners confidence of, hey, that was the right shot, whether you make it or miss it, versus just always making them feel like they're not supposed to miss.
Pretty sick volley there by Regalado on a big forehand by Benkan.
But Drew, it's tough. You know, you've won this thing, what, twice with Pat Shallcross?
2 times
Two
with Pat,
times, yeah,
yes.
pretty
and
amazing.
one with Pat Kelly. So
Well, yeah.
people named Pat.
That's a whole nother story if you play with Pat Kelly.
Switch sides.
But playing with Pat, I mean, Pat's a great player also, but, you know, his role, though,
Orange
is really
one is
to
up,
get the ball
4-1
back and
in
not
the
miss and let you
tiebreak.
create the
First
offense.
set.
But Pat also has a lot of good offense. So but he knows his job is not to miss. So it's difficult to accelerate through those swings when you have the opportunity, because you just don't want to miss and let you down.
2, serving
sure.
4.
It's a tough role.
Yep. So the
5, serving 2.
faults in the break are really going to get you. During the game, you could get away with it because you have plenty of points to work with.
Zach is usually a very good server, so those are kind of unusual. The rain is definitely causing some issues for him. Shout out to Zach too. You know, lacrosse player, not a rackets background. It's just a great paddle player. You just have to ask him that too.
He'll tell you.
Yeah.
He'll be the first to admit it.
Wow.
5,
Great
serving
defense
3.
from Zach.
But he's still not the best athlete in his house, though, is he?
He's not.
Yep.
Although he is representing the Short Hills Club, Zach is also a
Switch
member
side.
at the Cadubra Country Club.
He is.
Orange Lawn leads the tiebreak.
By the way,
5-4.
just sent to us by
Take time to serve. 4, serving
live
5.
streaming brought to you by ProFlight Live. ProFlight CEO Marissa Broderick at home giving us fun facts. Does everyone know that the PTI combined of both teams tonight is -12 in the finals?
5 apiece.
No wonder why they're here.
So, just building on that, we had the numbers were 10 teams in this tournament that were a 4 combined PTI or less. The depth of this tournament was outstanding.
Well, I think, what do we talk about? The 32nd seed was a 20 PTI combined.
Combined, yeah. Yeah,
It's pretty good.
pretty amazing. Great paddle here in New Jersey.
Wow, so they just
Ball
rattled
to
off
serve.
4 points in a row to now have their first set point.
Uh-oh.
Pressure on Waldman.
Yeah, and they're going to talk about it and make believe they're going to
Yep.
strategize. Good return there by Zach going down the line, thinking Alvey's going to poach.
And Zach's doing a great job of making Avi hit every ball from behind that service line. Look. Here we go.
Boy.
Oh!
He had it.
6 apiece.
Great playing by Zach there.
I would have liked to see Russell just slide over and just pull the trigger on his normal topspin
Right.
forehand.
Doesn't need to press.
One more.
And this is the beauty of these matches, right? So you figure Zach's job's to not miss, Matt's job's to not miss, but we saw probably 4 out of the last 5 points were lost by either Russell or Alvi, actually.
That was good, right?
Short Hills up, 7, serving 6.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better first set here, Rob.
Pretty good stuff. So excited about tonight. Oh, no.
7 all.
Hopefully all the children are home in bed, not watching.
Saw Zach's kids out there, but they're probably used to that.
Wow, that's sick hands.
Oh, that's it.
Wow.
Here we go.
Just like that, we went from
8,
set point up to
serving
set point
7.
down.
I heard this game is about momentum and momentum swings.
What do you know about this game, Drew?
Oh, wow.
8.
Amazing.
It's the pressure of Monday night.
That's a big shot and a big volley.
Oh, Matt.
Wow. Wow, that's a big play right there.
Great for Matt there.
Little confusion at the net, ends up with a forehand winner.
Good side. Benheim serving 8, serving 9.
Great serve.
Keeping Russell back. Great lobs. Just got to be careful. Zach on top of the net is dangerous.
And he's on the net.
And if you have a little bit less speed, he's gonna drop you.
Tied
You like
at
that
9.
I formation they're doing, Drew?
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it in this weather. Love it when it's nice out. Because it's just very hard to volley in this weather off the net. It's tough to be running up and back. It's good call. There it is.
There it
There's
is.
one drop. Yep.
Alvy's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Breaking news here. Alvy's quick.
Routine lob, but it happens.
Nice.
You see everybody missing their
Serving
shots.
10.
Matt's it's a great player. The APTI, you're gonna tight situation. You're gonna miss stuff like that.
Even with the weight differential, pound for pound, he might be still faster than me.
I'm not going to do that math.
I
I'm just
can't
going to
even
say he's
figure that out.
faster than you. He's been faster than you for a while. It's tough.
It's a good lob,
Great,
though.
great
lob.
dig.
Who we saw in the semifinal, there was the one point where Rosenau was on his back, lobbing the ball off the screen to keep him alive in the point.
Athlete.
Wow.
A little miscommunication there.
10.
Amazing tiebreaker here.
On
What
the
a night
side.
of paddle here in New Jersey.
10 all. Look at this. I can't really see outside what the weather's doing. Court looks kind of half dry.
No, yeah, it doesn't look like it's raining.
I don't.
Switch sides. Rosenau to serve 11, serving 10.
All right, so we have another set point again here.
All right. Zach's got his chance to redeem himself on the serve. And I don't care. I could fault 5 times. I still want the ball serving right now
Do you?
with a wet ball. Absolutely. Serving team has the advantage.
There you go.
Yeah, Russell's gonna. Wow, that's
Wow.
an unbelievable shot.
Unbelievable.
Right on the line. Half the court was praying it went wide. Johan Carlson's just glad nobody made a call. That's a great
Oh,
lob
what a
right
great
there. Oh, he's sliding like he's on the red clay, like he's on the Tierra Batu.
He's comfortable. What was that, Drew? Say that again?
The Tierra too.
Uh-huh.
Look at Rosa now
Wow.
with the big move.
Wow.
Creeping up the side screen.
Game, set, Short Hills.
That's a veteran move right there from
Short
Zach.
Hills won the first set, 7-6, 12-10.
I think we're giving the fans what they paid for.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We may not be charging enough.
All right, we'll be back with the second set shortly.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing this tonight. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Success takes hard work. Making success a legacy takes discipline. PPAC Private. Your legacy, our discipline.
Yeah. I have 4. Yeah. Sorry? He's just changing his shirt, so like 2 minutes. Where do we start? You guys are going to be serving over here. The tie break. Calvin, you're going to be starting on this side, and you're serving, right? Yes. How's that ball?
Hello and welcome back to Pro Flight Live from the Fairmount Country Club here in Chatham, New Jersey. I'm David Broderick, along with Drew Broderick, Blake Anderson, and we have a special guest to start off our second set of the men's finals of the New Jersey Men's Platform Tennis League Classic. None other than crowd favorite, guy that's hard not to root for,
You're good,
national
Russell?
champion,
Good?
Mick
All right,
Urdoya.
second set.
Mick, welcome. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. Everything is good.
Good. You had a tough semifinal match.
Tough semi. They played great. We had some chances in the second to bring it to the third, but you know it was great play. I think Zach and Russell played really well, and you know, as you see, they just won the first set, and it seems like they're one set away of bringing home the League Classic title. So
And you see there, we talked about earlier where they're going to sort of an I formation with Rosenau right on top of the net. And again, like to Drew's point from earlier,
15
he
all.
said, you know, if you're going to hit a medium speed drive, Rosenau's going to hit a drop shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now the conditions are it's almost a little bit like a men's tennis doubles match on grass court, where if you can break and hold, you know, holding serve is huge, and you know, net is a significant advantage, and you can see how Alvi and Russell are really cutting the ball, and they're, you know, as the team who gets the net are able to control and win most of the points. Really, it's very hard to win points except if you can make a good return like Alvi right now, but it was very close. I think it came down to, you know, in my opinion, this match is going to come down to if Matt Waldman and Zach are going to be able to hold their serves, because you know, you would think Alvi and Russell are going to hold their serves and they can control the net. I think it's going to come down to Matt and Zach's service games, and also reversely, where how is Matt able to return Zach's serves and vice versa. Right. I think these are the key points of this, you know, match and second set. So let's, you know, we'll see how this plays out. But as you see right now, like this point, it's, you know, this is a typical point where, you know, Matt, it's just very hard for Matt to get through this.
Short
right?
Hills, Short Hills leads the second
And I
set,
think
one
if you
game,
go back a couple
0.
points ago, Alvi hit a big forehand. And if they are going to win points with Rosenau on top of the net volleying, and he's done a great job, and he volleyed really well in your match, and he's volleying well here, they have to get him to flip his paddle. He's kind of sitting in the middle, sitting on the backhand. If they can get him to flip his paddle, I think that could make a little bit of a difference. But, you know, it'll be interesting to see. And, hey, I just want to point out, we had a lot of people rooting for you because it would have been fun to see. I think we talked about this would have been you and Evan's third win in a row.
15.
But since you guys are not in it, now we're going to go and we have another joyful moment where one of these teams is going to be a first-time winner.
Yes, and I will absolutely, because Matt's also a member at Montclair, so nothing against Zach and Russell, but definitely pulling for Alvi and Matt. And Alvi actually used to work for Montclair for a little bit, and Matt's a member, so awesome for Matt. I think it's really great for, you know, I know Zach's played some more, you know, pro tournaments, but, you know, for someone like Matt to be in the final and kind of like taste that crowd and all these, you know, best players out there, that's what makes the League Classic so special. You know, it's really awesome. And you know, he probably will not make a final in a Grand Prix or APTA Tour. Maybe I hope he will, but this is the best. This is, you know, I think it's the best tournament in the country, and for, you know, for club players to experience that is
I think it's an amazing,
it's
right?
the best. That's what makes it special.
They're
right?
playing in front of hundreds of people on a Monday night.
And I want to say, like, you know, I know it's tough, but you got to give Matt a lot of credit, because, you know, it's tough, right? Like, he's out there, and same for Zach is the same way, where, you know, they're really, you know, getting a little bit targeted in a way, you know, which makes it really hard. And I give them a lot of respect, a lot of credit to hang in there, and they're both playing great. So, you know, and you know, more where Alvi and Russell are used to with the spotlight.
15,
so
40.
for these guys to be out there and compete in front of a big crowd, it's awesome. So I'm very happy for them.
And again, you know, you talk about the spotlight of the Monday night, and you and I've played, you played tonight, we've played on Monday nights. It is a spectacular, it's a special night.
It's the best night. It's the best night.
And again, you know, you're a national champion. You've played in very high level national events. As I told everyone earlier, when I was Region 1 president for the APTA, You were always my first President's Cup team pick.
Thanks. I'm a team player.
You were always my guy.
I'm a team player.
If we needed a win, you were always the guy we were going
I
to.
loved it, you know.
And this is just different. You know, this is just, it's a different, you know,
30,
when you go to the
40.
Nationals and you're in the finals, you're in the semifinals, you know, people are rooting for paddle.
Yep.
This is like you have your team behind you, you have
the
your club behind
exactly.
you. Right. It's in your home state. It's just a special event. It's
would,
electric.
I would say it's definitely a push if you rather win the Nationals or League Classic. It's a push. You know, both of them are, I think, and you can speak with anybody who's won it. I think it's one of the greatest nights of paddle, and
Advantage, Short Hills.
really good job. You know, Rob Scononi and Blake and the whole league really putting it up there and throwing a big party. So I've been playing it for 10 years. That's my 10th year, believe it or not.
And I think 10 years you've been in the semifinals at least, right?
I haven't skipped. I've been fortunate to be in the Monday night, so it's the best. It's the best night of paddle, and you know.
Does that make you miss the Monday night?
Advantage, Orange Lawn.
Well, I'll try to be back here on Monday night.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, after 10 years of being here on Monday night, next year we expect it.
Yeah. Well,
we're not hoping, we're expecting.
Right, but going back to this, right? So you see a typical point again where Alvi's trying to work on Zach a little bit, and I think he's been really solid. Like looking some drives coming in, not just being defensive, but these are the points now. Like if whatever team can get those in is huge, right? What about also guys sliding on the paddle court? How's that?
Yeah, pretty interesting. But we did get a report that there's going to be less sliding.
Game, Orange Lawn.
Because the court
Second
is apparently
set
dry
tied,
again.
1 game apiece.
The rain has stopped, and it's a beautiful night for paddle.
Who do you think the rain favors versus the drier court? What do you think? Who has an advantage?
I thought the rain favored Rosenau Bentheim. Just because when they were at the net, Russell has a really good variety of overheads. And, you know, having to deal with that in the rain or in the dry condition, let alone the rain, was a big difference. But, yeah, no, I think you're going to see a much different set.
Yes.
In the second set, now that the court's more dry. I think you're going to see a little bit more traditional paddle. I think you're going to see longer points. I think this is going to be a tighter set. We don't have any drones in New Jersey.
Tighter than 12-10 in a tiebreaker?
I do. I think it's going to be a little bit tighter. I think the points are going to be longer.
Okay.
Well, you're probably not going to see anybody get hit in the chest on a serve.
Nope, not at all.
But
15 all.
The ball still has precipitation.
Yes.
It's still sliding.
And I think the biggest, I think from all the players out there, is Russell has probably the biggest advantage because, you know, even when we played in the semis, we both had a very hard time. I think he,
15,
you know, I think his
30.
overhead is a little more, you know, he cuts the ball maybe even more. I think Alvi gets involved with all the other exchanges. So I think it definitely, the conditions are favoring Rosenau and Bentheim if they can, you know, that's a great
30 all.
Drew, what are your predictions with the second set?
30-40.
I think a drier court is going to give Avi a little bit more leeway to play in the middle of the court, take some chances, cover himself, you know, recover from balls that maybe he gets caught out of position. So I think the second set, and again, the first set, anybody could have won that first set. So to say anybody, I guess, had an advantage, it was the server's advantage in the first set.
Yep.
And we saw Zach faulted 3 times in one game, still won the game.
Yep.
Serving is a huge advantage. Right now, I'm still going to say being the net team is an advantage because the court is not completely dry, and the ball is not completely dry. And anytime there's any precipitation, you want to be at the net.
Yeah. And
so
I felt like maybe a little bit in the first set, Alvi maybe was trying to press a little too much, and that's always a hard balance playing in the rain. Like, how offensive, how aggressive you want to be. So there was a couple of overheads that, you know, he felt like he had to do more. Probably cost him the first set, but that's always the hardest thing. I feel like playing in the rain or wet conditions where, you know you can be offensive and, you know, cut the ball and be aggressive, but, you know, same time it's very easy to overplay.
Short
So you're
hills.
kind of playing in the fair line. So
Yeah, like right there, the ball danced a little bit more than it would normally, but you know, this is a winter sport, played in all conditions, and you got to deal with it.
Short hills.
we were just
Hills
talking with
leads
Dave.
the
I think the
second
big
set,
games
2
that this
games to
match is going
1.
to come down to is
Short Hills won the
Matt
first
Waldman
set,
service
7-6,
game, Matt
12-10
and
in the
Zach
tie
service
break.
games. I feel like, you know, the chances, I haven't counted the data, but my guess is that Alvi and Russell are probably holding their serve pretty comfortably. And I think on those games, it's going to come down to the points where, you know, Zach is serving to Matt and Matt serving to Zach and vice versa, because you would think Russell and Alvi are going to be more aggressive and they're gonna take charge. So it'll be interesting to see how these next couple games are going to turn out.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Plus, Alvi and Russell are putting a lot more cut on their serves, so it's tougher to return. Where Matt and Zach are hitting a little bit of a flatter ball.
Right, with not as much spin on it.
Great move.
And that's a big point,
Love
right? That's the first
15.
point. Now Russell's going to be returning against Matt. I feel like these next couple games are going to be crucial, right? Who can take away from here? Right. I think it's amazing how Alvi's kind of covering the net and almost like he almost feels like he's playing every first volley off the return, and you know, being on the paddle court against these guys returning is not an easy job. So
Hey, can we say hi to Tony Brown, who's still out there, Essex Fells finest,
TB
listening in still. He's still sending us pictures and emails and texts about all his thoughts about the match. And he loves hearing from Mick and Drew.
Oh, because we both played with him.
Yeah. Well, that
TB.
listen, that was my first partner.
15
He started
all.
me on the tournament scene, actually.
I played the match quick with TB a couple times, and he mentioned you know, I think we're down in a game, and he said, when you do your pro stuff,
15-30.
start doing your pro stuff. So TB, wishing you all the best. Come out of the pickleball course to play some paddle.
That first year we played our claim to fame, we won 5 full back draws. 5 tournaments, 5 back draws won.
Yeah.
We never won a main draw match, I don't think, though.
All right, so
15-40.
So right now, this is a crucial moment. Again, you know, if they can get a break here, I think great serve. I mean,
Good catch.
great serve.
Wow.
30-40.
No beer spilt. So Dave, you've been in this game a lot longer than Mick and I have. How many 5th seeds have ever won the League Classic?
Game, Short Hills. Short Hills leads second set, 3 games
We'd
to
have to
1.
go back and look. Not many.
Well, I asked you, so we didn't have to go back and look.
No, we'd have to. That's a good question.
But I do have to say, you know, Drew's played probably half more than I have. My first one was 2015. The level of pros, you know, and I think the level of pros, the level of members in New Jersey right now, it's really awesome to see. I think the draw is so deep.
15 love.
There's so many great players. I mean, if you look at this right now in the semis, right? So you have Alvi, who's the #1 player in the country. Chris Humphreys, easily top 4, you know. Then
15
you have,
all.
who else was there?
Well,
Russell.
you were in the semi, man.
Russell, I think I'm somewhere in top 10 or whatever.
At least top 20.
Let's say top 20.
Hey, you're top 3 right now in the booth.
Right. So if you look at the the pros,
15.
right?
Top 4 if you count Big E.
You're right.
It's pretty cool. I mean, you have so many good players, and I think again going back to how awesome this event is, and hopefully we'll continue like that, and it will keep getting better and keep more competitive with all the players. And
a bounce out.
40-15.
It's almost
veteran
Chris-
move.
you had that in
Long Island.
I saw that.
That's a veteran move. That's a veteran move by a
you called
youngster.
it- You call
And I didn't call
Young Russell letting that go.
I didn't call bounce it. I said it's bouncing out.
Yep. I think
Wow.
Russell is definitely on the, with his skill set and, the little he's played, I think he's definitely,
Oh my goodness.
that's,
Tweener on the line. Point. We might want to see that one again.
40-30.
But I think Russell is definitely one of the up and coming guys who can really, knock on the door on the very, very top level. So he's playing really well. He's playing really well. Great guy. So
I think that was
Close.
good try. Generous call. That could have gone. That could have gone either way.
And I talked to Russell quite a bit, and one of the hardest things I think for him to understand is, when he says, "So when you watch me play, what do you think? What do you think? And I'm like, you know what I think? I think you got to stop trying so hard. You have so much talent, and you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a perfect shot every time you hit it.
Advantage, Short Hills.
And I think for a lot of the younger players, that's sort of a hard pill to swallow, where it's like every shot doesn't have to be great. You just can't miss, and it can't be a bad shot. But it doesn't have to be great.
I think as it gets to the very top of the level, the game gets actually pretty, simple in a way. So
There it is.
so for
Right,
one,
it gets harder because it gets simpler.
Short Hills leads
Because
the second set,
as you get
4
better,
games to 1.
you think you have to do more,
Hills
when the
won,
reality
first
is
set, 7-6.
you've got to reel it in and do less.
You know how many club members come to me in the off season at Montclair,
Guys,
and they're
good
like,
ball.
hey, and they're getting better, they're improving, and they're like, what about working on some cutters and offense? And I'm like, no, we gotta figure out what actually got you good in this game, so we can work on those things, and then we can maybe focus on all the fun stuff, right? Because sometimes it's very normal to think I have to do more, right? I have to do more, I have to do too much, and that usually gets you in trouble here.
Well, it's almost like, right. Go back and look at last year's national final, and when it got to 3-all in the third set for the national championship, tell me how many cutters they actually hit. Tell me how many fancy shots they really hit.
Probably less than in the
Right, and it just came in, and I said this all the time,
That's
when-
a trip. Is that a triple left card or double left card?
when I was, when I did the paddle camp with
15
you
love.
and Guillermo Nunez, Guillermo afterwards we were talking about it, and he said, it's all fun and games until it comes time to win, and everybody gets serious, and it goes back to the basic stuff. And then it's a matter of who
30
misses
love.
and who doesn't.
So we got 4-1, 30 love. I'll be serving.
30-15.
Great drives.
Zach is stepping it up big this match.
Zach has
Yeah.
been playing great. He played great in the semis, and I think it's gonna come down to points like that, really, right?
That's
If he's
wide,
able-
no? Wow. I'll tell you something else too, right? I mean, Zach, in New Jersey, there are so many great players, club members, professionals,
Yeah.
and the one thing that I'm watching here is Zach plays in a lot of good practice matches.
Yes.
Zach sees a lot of the pros action.
He's
Zach,
not bothered.
Zach right now is
40-15.
locked in. He's not playing to a crowd or anything else. He's playing how I see how he plays in these practice matches with all the better
Yeah.
players in New Jersey. He's playing great.
And he's not
and
in awe.
He's playing great.
He's played this level of paddle many times.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Last week he probably had 4 games like this.
Yep.
And look, even if you look at some of those situations, like Alvy's driving the ball, Zach's closing in. He's not tentative, right? Like even now, he's taking the drives. You know, a couple exchanges where again a drive comes in, he's stepping it. Like even the semifinals, like he's not afraid. He's very comfortable in that, and I think he's probably the difference maker in this Monday today. I would say.
Well,
I think.
before you got here, and
Zach's just won like 4 points in a row.
Yep, and he's just going for the shots that are. He's
The
not
right
forcing
shot.
anything. He's not passing by the right shot for him. And I said that to Rob. I said, listen, I understand there's big pressure a lot of times on the member, and I know when I've played you and Evan before, when Evan starts pumping forehands, I know it's a tall order to try to beat you guys because it's such a huge compliment to then the game you're already bringing to the table.
Exactly.
If Evan was just keeping the ball in play and that's it,
Orange lawn.
it gives us a window to get the point back under control. So
Game.
So I think we have I think this is a big game now. I think they just could have been 5-0. This game almost was over. 4-2, Zach serving. I think
Problem is, though, it's starting to rain again
they're going to have a chance
with
here.
Rosenau serving.
I would think, I know it's very tough for Matt, but I think he should take some cuts if he can of the serve. Right? That's a right shot.
I think he has to swing at
I think he
that.
has to swing at that. That's the right shot, but it's tough. I think it's still there. That's a great volley.
Pivotal game 7.
So this is the problem now, right? Like they're gonna have the advantage at the net. We were speaking before, and
The I formation is huge because Zach is such a good volleyer from close to the net. Hits the drop shot, and then it gives Russell free reign, knowing that he's going to hit the overhead.
Yep. All right. That's a great play for Matt. Like that's kind of the play where I think they're gonna have a more chance when he takes the drive. Because remember, every time Matt's gonna take a drive, that probably means Alvy can get more involved, right? So if he just lobs the ball, it's so much easier to keep the ball to Matt. If Matt can make them volley, Alvy can come over with a forehand, get involved, and then he can use his strength against them. Like this, right? So once he gets 2 or 3 shots,
30 all.
there's a reason he's the #1 player in the country, where he can take the, be in control of the point. Great return.
Wow.
Right? So, all right.
That's huge. And again, the first 2 cuts, yes, he lost the points,
That's great.
but they're the right play. Gives Alvy confidence that he doesn't have to
100%.
do everything either.
I remember that's tough.
Hey, I just want to say hello to, we got a group down the shore in Spring Lake.
Wow.
Headed by Cliffy Clark watching.
Do they like our comment?
He loves it.
Do they like their commentator?
He loves this commentary.
Because, you know, I'm like
he loves it. He loves
this
it.
is my first official commentating.
And you do,
so people should
doing it like effortless.
I don't know how, I would love to know how they think how I do.
No, Cliffy
maybe I'll
Clark
switch my
thinks
career.
He's doing it. He says we're doing a great job. He
I
wants
think
us to come down to Harrigan's for a little sizzling steak in
That's fine.
in Seabright.
You know.
Seagirt, Harrigan's.
Sure.
Are you stepping in for John Lubau, lefty for lefty, in the booth this year?
If I get invited after that, I'm back.
Orange lawn.
Now that pivotal game 7 right there.
4-3. This is
The
listen,
rain is
Hills leads the
pouring
second set,
right
4
right
games
now.
to 3.
It is
Coming down.
pouring.
It's coming down.
So now remember,
7-6.
Here comes the league president.
so remember
With the weather report,
What?
the tide could be turning.
what happened to the rain is I actually think Matt is gonna have an easier time to hold serve.
100%.
So this is still no breaks, wide open.
Tentative returns from the returning team with this rain.
I feel like people want the 3rd set here.
Everybody wants a third. So I think this should be best of 5.
This is turning into like a European soccer game.
All right, that's a tough
Love.
point. again, we're going
Zach.
back. We're going back to the points we spoke earlier. Matt serving to Zach versus Matt serving to Russell, right? So,
Wow, two
That's
great
a good
cuts.
serve. That's a good serve in this weather.
and by the way, we all know, like, serving in this weather, these guys make it look very easy. It is very hard to, and especially, I always felt like when you're hitting a lot of topspin or like kick on the serve, the ball is gonna skid. That's the problem, right?
15 all.
It is coming down.
So, Dave, you think they'll invite me back to commentate?
You're definitely coming back.
All right, just I'm trying to make a good first impression. That's all I'm trying to do right now. You know, just trying to be with Drew and Dave on the booth.
You're behaving very well.
I try. Thanks. I try. I always do my best. Listen, I always try my best. All right, so we got 30-15. This is again every point.
Every ball that gets to the wire is
Listen,
tough right now.
I think it is completely wide open still. You know, even though you felt like Zach and Russell had a bit of an advantage. Again, we're going back to 4-all.
40-30.
They're thinking it is close, and
Well, this is a scenario where a break of serve is similar to tennis.
it's like a grass. We just spoke before when I came. Grass court tennis, fast grass court. Like
That's it. You just can't
anyone
get.
can
You cannot get broken on
right?
a grass
That's
court.
the problem, right? Boom.
Jared Palmer knows all about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
The difference of a rainy paddle day and a grass tennis court.
Jay.
Oh,
Good D, but it's tough.
Game.
All right,
Orange
spectators, we got
won.
4-all.
Second set tied, 4 games
This
apiece.
is far from over. I have a feeling, but
we might be saving this. We might be having breakfast.
Right.
Breakfast at paddle.
okay.
Love
The
15.
Orange Lawn members are doing a rain dance right now.
Again, Russell's faulted way too many times
But I
tonight.
think it's because of look.
His serve.
Hold on. I think it's very normal. He has so much kick on the serve, and I think when you kick, like that's when the ball grabs the racket. So that's. Ooh, that was almost.
Oh,
So I think the people
was
that. So I think the
the three
people
pack.
actually who cut the ball, kick the ball most, are actually going to have more trouble with it. Oh,
my God.
that's some. I mean,
Alvi
I think
just
it's
hit 2 rockets.
I think it's hard to like actually explain that if you're not live, like how hard these shots are on the skidding court, and it's
Oh,
right.
boy. But it happens. I'm surprised he's not going with the flat serve.
Double
'Cause-
fault. That's 4 faults.
Game. Orange Lawn.
Well.
Orange Lawn leads second
All right.
set, 5 games to
Now,
4.
We got Alvi serving, right? Alvi serving on a skid rain at 5-4, where 10 minutes ago this match felt like it's drifting away. So,
Vegas has this going 3 sets.
I think Rob Scanoni should tell the people not to leave yet.
Huge ball by Zach. Wow.
Love 15.
Great job.
$15 all.
I think.
I don't think you can tell by the stream, but
30,
raining hard.
15.
it's pouring.
Yeah.
I'm looking out the window right now,
No, the
and
court's
it's
wet. You can
pouring
see
on
the
these
court's
guys.
wet.
And
40, 15.
I
Just
heard,
like
I
that.
heard, I heard a bus full of people from Orange Lawn just are getting to Fairmont for the 3rd set.
Wow, another great move by
40,
Zach.
30.
And I like this, right? I mean, Russell's made some mistakes, whatever. Zach is actually taking charge right now and trying to get this to 5-all. Wow.
That is some. See, right? That's the thing with the rain, right? The ball skids too much on the racket, on the paddle, and I remember you had a similar thing in the 1st set where
You do not want to give up the net here.
no, I think whoever can hold the net. But you had a little similar thing in the first set where Alvi and Matt were up in the breaker, and I felt like Alvi was pressing a little too much. So, hope, you know.
And one thing, like, when people are watching and in the rainy conditions, when you're hitting overheads from the service line, take advantage of the wet court. Just push the ball deep like you would on a sunny day, and then the court will actually help your overhead
By the way,
even more.
how about our return on the set point? Off the backside screen.
Right, two-handed backhand winner.
That's a great get from Zach. Again, his defense is very, very good.
Great volley.
Russell's going for it. Yeah.
Advantage, Short Hills.
I mean, that is some big shots in that moment. You know, I mean, you probably have to think that in those moments, it's probably easy to drive off the screens than off the deck, right? I mean, the ball is probably skidding a little bit less from the screens. So.
Yep.
That's a great drive.
So aside from the 5th seed winning the League Classic, which I'm pretty confident, first off, it might not happen, but if it did, I think that might be the first time ever. The other is...
I think you're far off of that bet right now.
When is the last time all 4 teams in the semis were lefty-righty teams?
1978.
Maybe never. Probably never. Could be a first.
Yeah.
All right, we have another set point here.
Pro Flight Live is ready for more paddle action.
It's waterproof.
There we are.
Third set.
There we are.
When we come back after these commercials, I have a thought on what needs to happen. Stay tuned. We'll be back for the third set of the League Classic Finals.
Here we go.
Success takes hard work. Making success a legacy takes discipline. PPAC Private. Your legacy, our discipline.
You also a member at Mountain Ridge? What does that mean? What a match we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the best paddle matchups I've ever seen in my career. The weather is continuing to frighten the fans as they all head inside for shelter. But these legendary competitors continue to battle the elements. Who will prevail? We shall find out. You have balls on you? Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 5 now. No, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, man. Yeah, why? Yeah. If you, I don't care. If you come across a coffee, take a coffee. What's that? That's the game ball. You want a new one? Yeah. Okay. How long are they taking a break for? How long are they breaking for? on, Alvy. That's got to be the best picture ever. I do. All right, gentlemen, third set.
Welcome back. We are in the third set of the finals of the New Jersey Men's League Classic. We have Russell Benkheim and Zach Rosenau playing against Alvy Regalado and Matt Waldman. I'm David Broderick along with Mick Adoya and Drew Broderick here in the booth tonight, giving you some live updates and commentary on this match. And Mick, so what do you think here for the third set?
I think it's completely wide open. It's been a great match. I think it's going to come down to a couple points here and there. So far, I really can't tell who's going to win that match. I think both teams are really dialed in, and it's going to come down to errors like these right now. So obviously, weather is far from perfect. I think holding serve for all the spectators. I think if a team can break or break a serve, I think it's going to come down to maybe one or two break of serves, and that's going to decide the match. So going back what we've been talking, Russell held his serve easy. I'm expecting Alvy's going to hold his serve easy, and it's going to come down to Matt and Zach's service games. So we'll see how this goes.
Love 15.
Great volley. We still got a crowd out here. We got some people hanging despite the weather. I know a lot of people are tuned in at home. I think big shout out to Orange Lawn and Short Hills Club, also Montclair Golf Club, because
And Mountain Ridge, Russell's.
Mountain Ridge and Montclair, because Russell's a pro over there. He's a pro at Short Hills, and also Matt Waldman's member Orange Lawn and Montclair. So I know a lot of people are tuned in. So hoping for their clubs to win the trophy.
15-40.
So right in early in the set, Dave, I think this is a really big game, even if it's 15-40. As you see, good serve.
40.
No, in this weather, 15-40, the game's not over.
This is the big game, right? If they can hold the break, if they can break here,
what do you think? We start seeing a lot less lobs and more drives?
all right, so that's a big break. I think everybody's.
15.
I think probably everybody besides Alvy has been. Matt, Alvy actually have been struggling with serves, and also I think it's very hard to drive the ball off the deck with that rain. I think probably screen drives are actually even easier. So.
Oh my goodness. There were just
I mean, that
three
was just
insane gets.
Unbelievable.
So I feel like if Alvy and Matt can get a get a break back here, I think 3-0. I mean, that set's been lasted for how long now? 4 minutes. Right, so
40-30.
3-0 is going to be a tall order to come back from.
it's still one break, but definitely tough, very tough.
Game.
This is
Short
rolling
Hills.
quick. This is going quick.
Short Hills leads the third set, 3 games to 0.
I feel like this has been going on for like very quick. It's been
Too
quick
quick,
points.
too quick.
Too quick, right?
Yeah. Hey, before we run out of time, let's just say hello, watching us out there, Ara Kantarjian from the Real Paddle Boys Inside the Wires. Good luck with the Inside the Wires, taking it over from Noah and Big Ben.
Ara.
Hopefully they'll continue to bring us great information.
I think Ara apparently is the only player in the country that has not been
Love.
directly hit with the ball. He claims that. So I don't know if that's a fact check, but somebody he claims to be that no one's ever been able to hit him straight with the ball. So he claims that title. So if anybody
So
has
you just put the bounty on him.
if anybody hit Ara directly, please write us, send us a message, subscribe, like
30
the
love.
channel. Other than that, also we have a lot of people watching from Montclair Golf Club. Jenny Sowers, she's actually Coriant, who's the head sponsor. of
Big
the APT.
supporter, yeah.
Big supporter.
Yes, very, yeah.
So she's watching.
And I hear her daughter is very funny.
Very funny. I think she's making her movie debut very soon. So we'll be watching. We'll be live streaming that probably, right?
Game.
We can live
Four
stream
We
that.
can live stream that, right? Yep.
Fort
Totally.
Hills lead 3 games to 1.
You and
Third
Patty.
set.
All right.
No.
We got a shout out. Did you guys see Dave Sprague here hanging out earlier? I think
he's here early.
he might
yeah.
be home all cozy right now. Dave did well this year in the E division. I think he finished just below 500. Dave, keep swinging, buddy.
Keep swinging. Lefty, right?
Is he keeping his toes warm with new Xenon shoes?
I don't know. We should get him a pair of those Xenon shoes.
30 love.
Do they last longer?
Much longer.
And they keep your feet warmer.
Why Xenon shoes?
They're cozy. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan.
Brian Skinner, tournament director, Short Hills Invitational. He was a big fan of Xenon shoes and how they keep your toes warm.
I think they actually make me a little taller, too.
Also have another person, me and Drew's student, Pat Sidrovsky, watching live. He was here before. New PAL player coming on the scene, so we'll give him a shout out. No pressure, Pat. We're hoping to see you on the tournament scene very soon.
Oh, I didn't see Pat. For those of you who have never been to a Monday night of the League Classic, it's absolutely amazing. You have hundreds of
Game,
people
Short
here.
Hills. Short Hills leads the 3rd set, 4 games to 1.
Hundreds of people here, eating, drinking, everything's complimentary, provided by the New Jersey Men's League. Fairmont Country Club does just such a fantastic job. General Manager Alex
15
McDonald, Director of Rackets Blake Anderson. Such a cool environment.
All right, so guys, what do you think?
30
4-1,
love.
1 break technically, if they can hold.
4-1 might be tough to come back from.
The thing is, I think Russell serves next,
40
and he has
love.
been having problems serving. And then you're back on serve.
Game. Orange Lawn.
All right, so
Short Hills leads the 3rd set, 4 games to 2.
Let's not forget,
Guys,
Matt
good with that ball.
and Avi came back from down 5-2 in the 3rd in the semi
in the semi, and they
to
were
beat
down.
Will and Chris.
And I think again, next 2 games.
15 love.
And that's it. That's a better serve from Zach. Flat ball. Play it safe. Let the court do the work.
30 love.
Yeah, it's tough.
40
Tough
love.
conditions
Yep.
right now. Tough conditions.
It's still pouring. The court is hydroplaning. Avi just went for
40,
broke
15.
and broke.
Hills.
5-2.
Short Hills leads. Third set, 5 games to 2.
5-2.
With that ball, Albie, 1-1.
We should see a hold. I don't know why Johan Carlsen's asking if he wants a new ball or not, because they normally just have a rotation, whether it's 5 games or 7 games.
I feel
so
like
I'm not sure.
like that should be that. They're doing 5 games. I think it definitely should be even.
Yeah. Sheesh. That does not look fun.
I will tell you this, on this game, Matt Waldman should just get on top of the net because they're going to drive a lot of balls at him.
You think?
Yeah.
You think they're not going to drive the ball to Alvi?
No.
But Alvi's playing
love.
singles, so I'll do drive pass.
He has to just get on the net.
All right, 40 love.
40 love.
This could be a momentum builder.
We're still only 1 break away. I want to know, in the finals of the League Classic, do they have to play it out, or is it a tiebreaker?
Game. Orange Lawn.
All right, spectators.
This is the game.
Casual of a game. Too casual.
This might be an obvious statement, but the winner of this game, no matter who it is, to me wins the match.
Ace. Starting with an ace.
Advantage to Russell and Zach as the serving
He's
team.
smart, like Russell.
Right, he's going to the easy flat serve.
He's taking off pace and
let it hydroplane.
What do you think the celebration is going to be? Is it going to be a hug, or is it going to be like racket drop?
It's going to be a rain dance.
What do you think? I think it's going to be 1 racket drop
40-15.
Uh-oh.
and a chest bump.
That could be the turning point. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
40-30.
This serve just got a lot tighter.
Oh.
I like this. I like this by Albie. I like it.
Little hold. Clear away a little of the dust.
Game, set,
That's
match. Short Hills.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Your 2024 New Jersey Men's Paddle Tennis Association League Classic winners. Zach Rosenau and Russell Benkheim taking down Alvi Regalado and Matt Waldman.
Well, it was
7-6, 4-6, 6-3.
really all entertaining matches and lots of momentum swings. Despite the weather, there's a packed house here at Fairmount. Most people are gathered around the bar under the roof. But, you know, congratulations to the players. Nobody ever wants to be in these conditions, but all 4 players were out there. They had to deal with it, and they did. And it was really cool.
Yeah, congrats to everyone. Russell and Zach for getting their first League Classic. Same Matt and Alvi making the final. Great run. And again, it was fun, guys. Hope you invite me back.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Thanks
pros.
Mick.
Thanks, pros.
No, guys, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure. Always a fun weekend. It's a wonderful time of the year. Big shout out to Big E for making it all happen and making the magic work. And until we see you next year, that's a wrap here from Fairmount Country Club for the finals of the 2024 New Jersey Men's Paddle Tennis Association League Classic.
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah.
Success takes hard work. Making success a legacy takes discipline. PPAC Private. Your legacy, our discipline.
Done. Great job. Hey, good stuff to you. Patty, good job. Yeah, a lot of fun. guys look great out there. How long have you been playing?
Who, me? Oh, I've been playing my whole life. How about you?
Wow, I only started playing when I retired.
Someone say retired?
Looking good out there, Eli.
Thank you.